G'day, I'm back with another audio video, and this topic is on overpopulation and why there's a trend of people choosing not to have children. And I'm one of those people who has never really wanted to have children, and there's a few reasons for it. Overpopulation is a major cause of most of the world's problems. Whether it is a question of food shortage, lack of drinking water, or energy shortages, every country in the world is affected by it, or it will be. As it stands, in 2019, the population on the globe, just human population, is 7.6 billion. It is projected to be by the 23rd century almost at 10 billion, if we get to that century. The problem here is that there's a trend also where people get married. They choose to generally have kids because they feel that's what their parents did. So this is a normal phase. The problem here is that planet Earth is running out of resources. We are polluting the planet. We are crippling our lifeline, and we are killing things left, right, and centre just to make our own selves feel comfortable. Partly thanks to the import of goods from abroad, any particular country is able to maintain its own welfare. But this cannot go on in an unlimited way. In fact, the number of inhabitants is rising in every country. The world population is threatening to rise in the next few decades to 8 or 10 billion. There is a good chance that more and more countries will need their own products themselves. Our planet can offer a quality of life comparable to that is enjoyed in the European Union to no more than 2 billion people. With a population of 8 to 10 billion, welfare per person on a world scale will drop to that of a poor farmer who can scarcely provide sufficient food for himself and knows nothing of welfare. And thus we will have to share everything fairly in order to avoid disputes or war. But we've seen in the pages of our own history that we will go to war over territory, over food, over anything. The climate is changing, and it matters little whether this can be blamed on human activity or on changes in the solar system. The sea level only has to rise slowly in order to cause a great deal of valuable agricultural land to disappear. At present, we seem to think that we can keep ahead of famine with the use of artificial fertilizers, by inhumane breeding of animals and other survival strategies. Human beings have a tendency to want more and more. Worldwide, the numbers of cars and refrigerators are increasing before our very eyes, but there will come a time when population growth and welfare collide. There is a reasonable good chance that floods of people will trek all over the world searching for more food and welfare. This will be the age of mass welfare, where borders will cease to be because people will just flood through. Has famine strike? Has farmable land disappear worldwide? Technicians are only too happy to point out that technology has solutions now to all our problems up its sleeve. Unfortunately, technical solutions have yet to be able to combat world hunger in any significant way. Wherever there is no recognition of solving the problems of a worldwide scale, war and violence would seem to be inevitable. Everybody in the end wants to survive. So not only will we be killing ourselves, we will continue to kill the animals around us, pollute and desecrate the lands around us. Governments will crumble and fall. Despots will rule. They will crumble and fall. It's just going to be a cycle of utter chaos. We think we're living in chaos now. It's going to get worse as more and more population comes in, because the tough decisions are not being made. The tough decisions are not being faced by the majority of people here. The only solution is a population policy applied on a worldwide scale. Problem here is that a lot of people say, "Oh, that's the government trying to control," you know. But the the thing here is that if we do not curb our population growth worldwide, it's nothing to do with immigration, nothing to do with anything like that. There will be utter chaos in the decades that come. The business world and the religions are generally only interested in population growth. Population growth equals money, resources. Allowing welfare to shrink is often just as difficult for the rich as fleeing from poverty is for the poor. In addition, the growth scenario continues to dominate worldwide, thinking about solutions for the problems set out there, short term. I mean, we can look at the stock markets around the world. The scenario is short term. Wealth. It's you know we've got major issues here, and 7.6 billion people on the planet Earth, and already we're seeing the strains of even this population worldwide. Pollution will increase, and you know there's a trend amongst the millennials that a lot of them are not wanting to have children, and I applaud many of them, because a couple of the millennials I've spoken to have said, "Why do I want to bring in a kid to a world that is failing?" You know, and it's so true. Personally, it's the welfare of this planet for me has been very important, and you know, humanity is on a road to ruin, and we're taking the whole planet with us. We're going to destroy ourselves and this planet if we don't change our way of thinking or adopt policies and procedures that is not fear-based, scaremongering, and we work with this planet rather than against it. That's just my thoughts, and I'd like to know your thoughts. Thank you.